Hello, everyone, and welcome to Market Viewpoint, where we discuss every week on what the indices are going to do and how you should be reacting to them. Well, the last week discussion was quite fruitful and the markets moved on from there. But now, what has happened is that with the certain reactions which we did not anticipate, now we are having to question our belief about the future direction. So this is what I'm going to be covering as part of the video. Watch this video till the very end so that you will know exactly how you should be actioning them and how you should position yourself for the trading the indices. Now let's get inside the video and find out what are the suitable levels, what are the action points, what are the key things to watch out for. Watch this video till the very end so that you'll get a very interesting perspective. But then if you're visiting our channel for the first time or watching my video for the first time, I would strongly suggest hit the subscribe button so that you stay notified about when I go live and share some interesting perspectives of looking at the market. We had some cues of bullishness and we were able to ride that bullishness, and all because we were using NeoTrader, right? And NeoTrader continuously helped us to spot opportunities and ensure that we are able to take the step in the right direction. And right now, the direction seems to be a little shifted, but then we'll see how to handle that and all much more in the upcoming sessions. Right now, in this particular session, what are we going to do? We are going to take a look at the overall market scenario, and I will give you a perspective of how the market is positioned and what can we do to ensure that whatever bias which we are building right now and whatever activity which we want to do in the upcoming sessions, how are we going to manage it? So, all right, so let's get started with that. And first of all, when you take a look at the overall market sentiment, it's very clear that the day did not go well. And this is a picture for Friday, and you can see here that Friday the picture was not looking great. And we ended at though indices fell quite sharply, the stocks somehow have not yet reflected that kind of panic mode yet, right? So what happened in the last week was somewhat like this. We rallied very nicely up, and talks of a new high was unfolding. But then what really happened was something which we weren't expecting it so much. Okay, तो इसकी उम्मीद नहीं थी, क्योंकि मार्केट्स जिस प्रकार का मूवमेंट दे रहा था उससे क्लियरली लग रहा था कि एक नई मुकाम पर पहुंच जाएंगे, क्योंकि बैंक निफ्टी ऑलरेडी चल चुका था उस मुकाम पर. बट देन जिस प्रकार का मूवमेंट अनफोल्ड हुआ इन द लास्ट 2 days, राइट, लास्ट 2 days में जिस प्रकार का मूवमेंट अनफोल्ड हुआ उससे क्लियर है कि हायर लेवल्स पर बिकवाली आ रही है. एंड अगर आप आगे वाले सेशंस में काम करने वाले हैं, देन आपको बाय एंड डिप एंड सेल ऑन रैली का अप्रोच लेकर चलना पड़ेगा. सो दैट्स द होल आइडिया यार, कि बाय ऑन डिप सेल ऑन रैली करना है, कैसे करना है, कब करना है, ये सारी चीजें के बारे में हम डिस्कशन करेंगे. और अब निफ्टी कहां जाकर पहुंचा है उसके बारे में भी हम डिस्कशन करेंगे. सो नाउ व्हेन यू टेक अ लुक एट द ओवरऑल सिनेरियो हियर, दिस इज व्हाट द मार्केट लुक लाइक. सो हियर लेट मी शेयर विथ यू एन इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट, एंड आई हैव आल्सो शेयर्ड इट ऑन द सोशल मीडिया, कि ये जो पर्टिकुलर फेज जो है निफ्टी का, ये निफ्टी का पर्टिकुलर फेज जो है, आई डिड एन एनालिसिस ऑफ द समवत्स, in the sense the somewhat years over the last 15 years, and what I found is that out of 15, 9 ended on the negative side and 6 ended on the positive side. And amongst all these samvats, there was one samvat in 2011, which is 2011, where after the samvat the market opened with a gap up, but eventually came down after the gap up opening. Now, similar situation has happened right now in 2025, where after the samvat we opened with a nice large gap up, but eventually everything came down. So as per the time cycles as well, the situation, the overall trajectory and the approaches were in similar sync with the 2011. So now in 2011 the markets did witness a pullback, and this is what I had posted on the internet. You can see here, this is a 2011 Nifty. You can see here after that there was a pullback, And this was yesterday as it was unfolding after the summer. You can see here this is on Thursday. So this was a scenario on Thursday, and after this, everyone knows what has happened. The markets definitely witnessed a reaction. So almost a 400-point reaction from the highs definitely calls for some significance here, right? So overall, how is the markets अप्रोचिंग दिस सिनेरियो? सो यहाँ पर भी एक ऑलमोस्ट 400 पॉइंट का फॉल आया हाई से, यहाँ पर भी एक 400 पॉइंट का फॉल आया है हाई से. सो नाउ इसको अभी हम कैसे देखेंगे और इसको कैसे समझेंगे, एंड हाउ आर वी गोइंग टू पोजिशन आवरसेल्व्स, right? There are some observations which I'll be sharing with you. So first of all, this is the post which I had done on Twitter, and I followed it up saying that this was an alert which I had issued on 23rd, and then it was followed up with the movement here. Well, now how are we going to take the road ahead? That's what is a very important question. All right. So first up, when you talk about the indices, right? So let's begin with the Nifty. So first of all, let's we have been doing a multi-time frame kind of an approach, right? So let's go into the weekly time frame. So you can see here the weekly time frame almost came to the लास्ट सितंबर हाई हियर, राइट? सो वी आर इन अक्टूबर, ये सितंबर में हुआ, तो ये हाई ऑलमोस्ट ये हाई तक छू गया यहाँ पे, राइट? एंड अनलाइक द लास्ट टाइम, वी यहाँ पर भी एक हाई बना और उसके बाद ये बिकवाली या डिक्लाइन जो भी आप कह सकते हैं, इट रैन फॉर क्वाइट अ फ्यू मंथ्स. सो नाउ हियर ऑल्सो वी आर सीइंग द सिचुएशन हियर. Now, unlike the last time, so if you look here, you can see that the momentum indicator RSI had crossed over 70, which is the overbought zone. तो यहां पर था और यहां से आपको एक गिरावट आई. यहां पर क्या है, यहां पर on the higher time frame it is taking multiple supports at the neutral zone. So okay, this is a neutral zone. यहां से now the RSI is coming up. So RSI is above 60. So overall weekly time frame में the situation is definitely not indicating कि यहाँ से कुछ गड़बड़ का situation है, यहाँ पर कुछ we need to worry. So weekly time frame seems okay, though it is hinting at the previous high. ठीक है? Now when I shift to a daily time frame, so you can see here this is the daily chart. यहाँ पर आपको दिख रहा है कि ये जो चिकाओ स्पैन है, राइट, द चिकाओ स्पैन इज स्लाइटली डिप्ड. ओके, क्योंकि अभी ये जो बड़ी फॉल आई और ऑन 400 पॉइंट्स की, सो दिस सॉ अ डिक्लाइन. सो यहाँ पर अगेन आई हैव यूज्ड माय फेवरेट टूल पिचफोर्क, और ये पिचफोर्क पे ये जाकर ये एक मीडियन लाइन पर आकर बसा है हमारा निफ्टी, right? And now when you take a look at the Nifty, so Nifty is also testing the July highs. So Nifty is testing the July highs around the same zone. So यहाँ पर एक important support बन रहा है हमारे लिए on the Nifty. So very crucial that we are able to hold on to the 25,700 zone. So 25,700 zone is a very important zone, and I would wait for some kind of maturity to emerge, क्योंकि again I do not want to step into a knee-jerk reaction. As you can see here, the rise over the last few days have not been very convincing, राइट? स्मॉल बॉडी कैंडल्स है, लार्ज बॉडी रेड कैंडल्स है, तो यहाँ पर थोड़ी बिकवाली आ रही है. तो हमें आगे के जो सेशंस है वो जरा संभाल के काम करना पड़ेगा. दैट्स व्हाट इज द मैसेज व्हिच आई एम गेटिंग राइट नाउ. And when you take a look at the number 3, which is your RSI, that has also now dipped below 70, right? It had gone up above 70 in March, उसके बाद कभी गया नहीं 70 के ऊपर, और अब जाने के बाद in the month of October it is once again showing a possible decline here. So now decline है, RSI has come down, all right? RSI has come down. So now what are we going to do? We are going to see now how can we action this, right? That's what we want to do. We want to action this. So let's go ahead, and once I go here, I take a look at with the help of NeoTrader, right? हमको नियो ट्रेडर से पता चलता है कि ओवरऑल पोजीशनिंग क्या है. सो नाउ इफ आई एम लुकिंग इनटू द नेक्स्ट वीक, ओके, इफ आई एम लुकिंग इनटू द नेक्स्ट वीक, व्हाट डू आई सी दैट द निफ्टी इज currently positioned well above important key levels of Ichimoku. The bull score is encouraging. It's 70. So as far as the sentiment is concerned, it's quite good. So you have a good bull score here. You can see here that the weekly change would have been a good one, but the correction has actually dented that. So you can see here day change and week change वहां पर ही है 0.34 0.37. तो मतलब यहाँ पर कंपैरिजन तो नहीं कर सकते, बट जस्ट सेइंग दैट हार्डली एनीथिंग हैज मूव्ड फॉर the last week. But then monthly change is at 4.82, so which is a very good month for the move which we have seen right now. But then when you take the picture ahead, you want to take the picture ahead. So when you want to take the picture ahead, you want to take some references here. So what are references are you drawing right now? Right now the reference, you're not getting any kind of Ichimoku confluence here, so I will leave it at that. But then you can see here that the bull score is 70, which says that the bullishness is intact, nothing to worry about. The prices have reacted. It was part of the overall move. So a buy on dip, sell on rally would be a more prudent approach right now till we clear the high. That's what the overall sentiment is looking like in Nifty. So now when I also take a look at the option data, you can see here that यहाँ पर we are approaching the oversold zone. So PCR is at 0.74 right now. So and you can see here that higher levels per call writing आ रही है. Okay. Now the maximum pain point. Okay, the maximum pain point is very important as we head into the last week of the, we are heading into the expiry, right, in the next week. So next Tuesday को पता चल जाएगा कि कहाँ तक जा सकता है, क्या और एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. And when you take a look here, then you can see here the max pain point is at 25,800. So that will be a crucial level to watch out for. So now when you take a look at that and when you want to plan your action ahead, so you can see here that नीचे की तरफ there is no clear put writing. So what does it say? Higher level पर resistance है और नीचे level पर अब तक कोई strong support नहीं मिल रहा है. So you can see here 25,500 is a support region here. So first support is at 25,700. Like I told you, if 25,700 is given away, then 25,500. So this will be the two support zones which I'll watch out for based on the option data. And at higher levels, closer towards 25,900 and 26,000. So these are some levels that are getting built in. Now with the help of our camera pivots, I will be able to get some idea. Okay, I'll be able to get some idea on what kind of zones to action in. So हमेशा मेरा यही रहा है कि we will look at no trade zone. So मेरा no trade zone है 25,900. Like I told you, option data में भी यही पता चल रहा है कि 25,900 जो है, it is a important zone to watch out for. So I will wait for some clarity to emerge. So 25,875 or 25,900. So you can say, if you want to keep a buffer, 875 is the pivot and 900 is your H3. Once it crosses that, then you tend to get into a sense of comfort. So yes, even if the market opens on a positive note, I would wait for at least a 30-minute candle above this to initiate. Yes, Nifty has dropped into some supports after 2 days of constant decline. But now I need to get more evidences. All right. And then I will again resume my buying. So when you see here, right, on the downside, again, 25,700, if it breaks, then 25,500 is your next level of support. So you have got the demand zones here at 25,700 and 25,500. You have got the resistance zones here at 25,900. And once it crosses 25,900, possibility now of making a new high emerges. So every rise में एक pullback आता है. और अगर आपने गौर किया होगा, I am talking about Nifty spot. All right, I always concentrate on Nifty spot because Nifty spot is the मेन लेवल टू वॉच आउट फॉर, क्योंकि वहां से ही आपको सारा मूवमेंट का अच्छी तरह से आप ट्रैक कर सकते हैं. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई ट्रैक द निफ्टी स्पॉट. सो नाउ व्हाट हैव वी सीन हियर? वी हैव सीन दैट द निफ्टी स्पॉट has given us a very good idea, and with this we will be able to step forward. Now taking the course of action ahead. Okay, we have got an idea of Nifty. Now let us step into Bank Nifty. So now when I get inside Bank Nifty, what do I see? I see here that in comparison to Nifty, where the setup was seen struggling, you can see here though Bank Nifty has been moving slowly, it has been moving much more surely. So you can see here that on the weekly time frame, okay, again the Bank Nifty has moved above 60 on the RSI. You can see here that it has flashed a new high here. So overall, हमारे नजर में the overall setup is very positive, and Bank Nifty is clearly indicating that the trend is firmly edged higher. Yes, there has been some profit booking, but then you can see here that even Bank Nifty has come near the July highs. So what does it say? There has been a very important crossover of a important level, value area level, resistance level, and that is now being held. Now resistances have turned support after it hit the upper line of the pitchfork. So you got the median line and you got the upper channel and you got the lower channel. So ये अब जो pitchfork का जो है, it has been testing the upper end of the channel. Okay. Now upper end of the channel को test करने के बाद क्या हो गया कि it has been unable to sustain here. Like you can see here, it has been crossing that level but not able to close it. So eventually the fall has now reacted. And yes, so if you take a look at Bank Nifty, मीडियन लाइन की तरफ और भी थोड़ी जगह है. ओके, मीडियन लाइन की तरफ और भी थोड़ी जगह है. सो अ प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ दिस हैपनिंग इज ऑल्सो नॉट रूल्ड आउट. ओके, सो नाउ बिटवीन निफ्टी एंड बैंक निफ्टी अगर आप गौर करेंगे तो निफ्टी हैज रीच सपोर्ट. आई वुड से दैट बैंक निफ्टी में थोड़ी और गिरावट आ. Yes, it has reached some support, but then probable fall is also possible, and that room which we have to give for Bank Nifty. So between both the indices, Nifty seems to be a better bet. But then overall, when you take a look at the setup here, Bank Nifty is also very well placed, and you can see here that the Bank Nifty is also well above the TS and the KS, and you can see that the score, right? Score is a proprietary concept of NeoTrader जो हमें कॉन्फिडेंस देता है. जैसे कि हमारे एक्टिव स्टॉक्स में हम देखते हैं, और आगे वाले थोड़े मिनट्स में हम लोग देखने वाले हैं कि कहां से हमें कॉन्फिडेंस मिलेगा. राइट, ऑल ऑफ अस आर सर्चिंग फॉर कॉन्फिडेंस, एंड हियर इज वेयर द न्यू ट्रेडर कम्स इन एंड इट गिव्स यू कॉन्फिडेंस. तो स्कोर बढ़िया है, 70 पे है स्कोर. सो यू नो 70 पे अगर बुल स्कोर है तो मतलब यहाँ पर मामला तगड़ा है. इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू बी डिस्टर्ब्ड बाय every red candle, right? So red candle has to be meaningful and red candle has to sustain, which indicates bearishness. But अगर वो sustain नहीं होने वाला है तो आगे वाले सेशंस में हमें थोड़ी मदद चाहिए, right? So as you can see here on the daily chart, एक interim support you can say is the TS line, okay? Tenkan-sen. तो यहाँ तक आके ऑलमोस्ट यहाँ से एक रिबाउंड दिया है. अगर ये टेंकन-सेन लाइन टूट जाए, सो विच इज दिस 57,400, then you can expect a fall towards 57,000. So we are at a very close match here. So currently at 57,727, right? You are still 300 points away from here. अगर ये टूट जाए तो ही आपको टेंशन लेने की जरूरत है, वरना ये भी एक अच्छा लेवल है जैसे कि आपको यहाँ पर दिख रहा है. राइट, सो नाउ व्हाट आर वी गोइंग टू डू? वी आर नाउ गोइंग टू सी कि अगर ओवरऑल सिनेरियो अच्छा है, स्कोर्स हमारे साथ है, तो व्हाट विल बी द सप्लाई एंड डिमांड जोन. ऑलराइट, सो नाउ व्हेन आई टेक अ लुक हियर, आई कैन सी हियर, जैसे कि मैंने आपको कहा कि ओआई डेटा क्या कह रहा है कि अभी थोड़ी दबाव में आ सकता है बैंक निफ्टी, क्योंकि द पुट कॉल रेशियो अगर एक के ऊपर चले जाए तो वी नो कि यहाँ पर एक पॉजिटिविटी है, या कर अप ट्रेंड का आप एक्सपेक्टेशन रख सकते हैं. बट देन कंसिडरिंग द वे द सेटअप इज इमर्जिंग एंड कंसिडरिंग द वे द ऑप्शन डेटा इज पोजीशन, तो यहाँ पर एक अच्छी खासी सपोर्ट बन रही है. सो now if you want to buy into Bank Nifty, then this is the place. If you are having shorts and you are continuing it into the upcoming week, then बी केयरफुल. यहाँ पर अच्छी खासी पुट राइटिंग हो रही है. दिस वाज अ रेजिस्टेंस जोन फॉर क्वाइट अ वाइल, नाउ दैट हैज टर्न इनटू सपोर्ट. सो आगे वाले सेशंस में ऊपर की तरफ 58,000, नीचे की तरफ 57,000, तो एक 1000 पॉइंट का समझ के चलिए कि ये एक रेंज बन रहा है हमारे लिए आगे वाले सेशन में. मैक्सिमम पेन पॉइंट इज एट 57,400 एंड यू कैन सी हियर द टीएस लाइन, द टेंकन-सेन लाइन वाज राइट हियर. So you can see here how all the elements are tying up, and by staying inside NeoTrader, everything will get taken care of. And that's why I use NeoTrader regularly to find out what are the important elements how to connect them and how to evaluate them. So now if I want to take action, where will be the action point? Okay, where will be the action point? The action point will be from here. But then like I told you, the action point के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा मुझे? मुझे पहले ये नो ट्रेड जोन को मार्क करना पड़ेगा. ये नो ट्रेड जोन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है मेरे लिए, राइट? जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि 58,000 का जो मेरा लेवल है, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी एन इंपॉर्टेंट लेवल. तो 58,000 क्रॉस हो जाए, ऑलराइट, सो मेरा सप्लाई पॉइंट क्रॉस हो जाएगा, तो देन आई विल बी अ बायर इन बैंक निफ्टी. और अगर मेरा डिमांड जोन जो है 57,400, राइट, वी हैव स्पोकन about 57,400 from multiple areas, from the option area, from the Ichimoku area, now even from the camera area. So 57,400 on the bank nifty spot एक बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट लेवल बनते आ रहा है. सो आई होप यू आर नोटिंग इट डाउन, बिकॉज दैट इज हाउ यू विल रिमेंबर इट एंड यू विल बी एबल टू टेक एक्शन. ऑलराइट, सो नाउ व्हेन यू सी हियर, ये जो 57,400 है, ये एक इंपॉर्टेंट लेवल है आपके लिए ट्रैक करने के लिए, और ये 58,000 लेवल है आपके लिए एक सप्लाई जोन. ये सप्लाई जोन क्रॉस हो जाए, you can expect a move towards 58,841 and 59,500. So yes, once this level is crossed, then bank nifty will definitely take over, but then I will wait for this level to exceed. So overall, both the indices, nifty as well as bank nifty, okay, nifty as well as bank nifty, both the indices have come into some sort of a support after 2 days of decline. And the evidences, the larger time frame, okay, that's what we have been learning, the larger time frame continues to hold on to the bullish bias. नाउ लार्जर टाइम फ्रेम से जब आप लोअर टाइम फ्रेम पर आएंगे, तो लोअर टाइम फ्रेम पे जो स्कोर्स है वो अभी भी अच्छे हैं, तो आपको डरने की कोई बात नहीं. एंड दैट इज द कॉन्फिडेंस विच आई एम गेटिंग एज फार एज द इंडाइसेस आर कंसर्न. सो नाउ इंडाइसेस के बारे में हमने जान लिया, और अभी हमको पता चल गया कि हाउ आर दे लुकिंग एज फार एज द चार्ट सेटअप इज कंसर्न ऑन द हायर टाइम फ्रेम, ऑन द लोअर टाइम फ्रेम. फिर हमने ऑप्शन डेटा के थ्रू उसको स्टडी कर लिया, फिर हमने उसको जो हमारे स्टॉक एनालाइजर है उसमें स्कोर्स और उसके जो रेलेवेंट लेवल्स है उसको स्टडी कर लिए, फिर हमने सप्लाई और डिमांड जोन जो है उसको भी हमने देख लिया. तो ये सब रख के हम लोग को एक आइडिया आ गया है कि आगे वाले सेशंस में, आगे वाले हफ्ते में काम क्या करना है. Have you got a fair bit of understanding of how the indices are positioned? Now let us also go and take a look at what are we going to do. So I'll just summarize the entire discussion into a few points so that we'll get an idea of what should be the key things to watch out for, what are the actionable levels, and how we can take a suitable action. So you got some perspective. Now let's put it all together. All right, so you got a very detailed analysis of how the indices are positioned, what they are going to do, what they are expected to do, how the levels are important, what are the no trade zones, and what are the important elements that you need to take care of, so that when you go and start trading from the next week, you are well positioned and well armed. So like they say, forewarned is forearmed. So that's what this market viewpoint does, and every market viewpoint is aimed at enabling your thinking and enabling your trading. So once you are enabled, your ability to make profits definitely becomes much better. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked what I shared, do leave a like on this video and also share this video with as many people as possible, because this kind of structured analysis is not done anywhere on the internet. Thank you and good day.